Here's a farmer on how the Argentina bailout.
We get up one morning and you give Argentina, which is our second biggest competition in the world.
You know, half his homies, maybe himself as well, voted for Donald Trump and would do it again, by the way.
We're the largest exporters of soybean meal in the world. So I get up one morning, I turn the news on, and you give $20 billion of taxpayer money to my competition. And then the Chinese buy, I think the figure is 30 or 40 containers, ships, which is about 65,000 metric tons per ship, which is like 2.2 million bushels. So they buy 12 or 14 billion dollars.
I need you to understand something. I know for a fact that if given the opportunity, these mother would vote for Trump again. Do you want to know why I know that? Because Trump did this the last time and they still voted for him. Do you understand? It's not new. Trump did this the last time and they were like, oh, I can't believe he's doing this. It really f***ed me over. What the hell? And then they turned around and fell for it again. What do you say to this guy? How do you get a guy that literally is a business owner, okay? Because remember, these farmers aren't like, they're not farm hands. They're like owners of business, kulaks, if you will. How do you get that guy? I don't know about this guy in particular, but I know many farmers exactly like this guy. They did vote for Donald Trump again, and Donald Trump had him in the same exact way. Maybe not this hard, but in the same exact way last time he was president. Again, with the China shit. What happened? I thought there's one thing that you're supposed to care about more than anything else, which is money, your pockets, and your pockets were hurting.
Worth of soybeans from the Argentinians after the tax holiday. And here's the caveat to it. They give $2.30 over the November board, while I'm getting 50 cents under the November board. So that makes the Argentinian soybeans about $12.42 a bushel. I think that's the real figure they gave. So all my premium went.
Scott, I just lost you there at the end. You said your premiums go.
He didn't do this with anything but soybeans. Like this literally happened with China specifically because of soybeans. So soybean farmers that got f***ed over last time because Trump did this exact same thing, maybe not to this degree, but a very similar deal making took place, and China said, okay, we're lowering the amount of soybeans we're purchasing from American soybean farmers in order to f*** Trump over. And they literally were like, oh no, Mr. President, what have you done? And Trump was like, shut up, here's some bailout money. Okay, suck my dick. And then these guys turned around and went, yeah, I think I'm gonna vote for him again. I think I'm going to vote for him again. Hopefully he doesn't do the soybean thing that he did. Okay. Last time he did that. At least a trans person won't be able to use the bathroom in the Starbucks 3 states over. Yep. Fantastic. The whole point is to screw over small American farmers so rich billionaires can buy up their land and have a chokehold over all the resources. They're just too stupid to realize that they can't. Yeah, I can see that. There's always a bigger capital owner out there. You might be thinking you're sitting pretty on top of your throne where you think like, oh no, you don't understand. Like we got automation, we got Mexicans. Trump won't come after my Mexicans. And then you're like, what the hell? He is coming after my Mexicans. How did this happen? It's like, brother, you voted for it. You were at the rallies. You were saying, get them all out. What do you think all means? What do you think was happening at the rallies where you had the mass deportation signs up? What do you think mass means? What do you think deportations means? You were running around saying, get them all out. And now you got no workers, you got no bitches, you got no soybeans to sell to China, and you're sitting there bitchless. You're sitting there bitchless and you're like, what the hell happened? It's like, well, the same thing that happened last time happened again. Now you got to sell the farm.